Hello, my name is Andy and I'm a compulsive gambler. Last bet, 14th of April 2007. Hi guys, I thought I'd do a midweek one this time. I'm on actually days this week, so it's quite handy to. And Wednesday is usually the best day for me, as my kids are forever busy taking them football training and everything during the week. So I thought I'd do a nice little midweek one again. Hope everyone's doing alright. I'm doing fine. No thoughts of gambling. I'm feeling pretty good about myself. Feeling quite happy and in really good nick. I've just been out for a 6.5 mile run, so I'm feeling a bit weathered, but like that. But I'll be all right. I'm sorry for my terrible hair today. As ever, you know I like doing my hair and stuff, but it's the way I am. But yeah, I wanted to just share a bit. I tagged quite a lot of people in on Twitter yesterday regarding it. A lot of like gambling harm companies, lobbyists, campaign groups, also quite a lot of industry people. So I hope to hear from a very wide selection of people today, if I can, and obviously anyone who is struggling with gambling as well. Just to give you a brief outline of who I am, my name's Andy Margaret. I'm a compulsive gambler. Last bet 14th of April 2007. Long story short, I got really bad on online poker around about 2005. Roughly when I like moved in and got online and stuff, moved into my own house with who is now my wife, Becky. Um, Unfortunately, I just like got hooked totally. I was in a complete bubble. I maxed out 4 credit cards, one unsecured loan, and I actually lied to get a secured loan. Got my wife to sign for it as well. I was in a right mess. I just like woke up, gamble. I was on nights, wake up during the day, gamble. I was roughly sleeping 3 hours a day. I was horrible. Um, Hi Michelle, hope you're well. Hi Luzrukin, hope you're well. As I say, I'll have questions. I can see people commenting at the time as well, so we'll try and get to as many questions as I can. Hi Shamil, hope you're doing well, buddy. I just spoke to you on Twitter, but like I say, I was like quite bad. I was in complete bubble. I had a light bulb moment one night. It was I was a Saturday morning on the 14th of April. I just lost another 600 quid online poker in a matter of seconds, and I decided to take a hammer to PC at 5 o'clock in the morning. Um, Smashed it up to bits. Mrs. woke up. What you doing? What you doing? I even lied about that and said, "Oh, it broken." Hi Dan, hope you're well from Better Futures. I've met you. You're a top bloke, top bloke. But yeah, I was I was just a complete mess really, and I actually went to. It doesn't look top, Michelle, my hair. But my gambling was terrible. I was just awful. I actually went to the Grand National meeting that day and carried on gambling, but I knew it to stop. I kept it to myself for quite a few weeks, about 6, 7 weeks. I managed to not gamble, but I was just I couldn't hack it anymore. I was hiding mail and everywhere, lies, the compulsive lying as well that gets you. And my wife found out one day and she caught me red-handed pretty much. Ex- Admitted everything. A jaw was swinging. This is bearing in mind I've got a 3-month-old son at the time. Absolutely horrific, but I did what I did. I was awful, but I still, one of my psychological barriers to this day is having to go back to my parents that night. The 10-15 minute drive back, I didn't have no radio on in my car. All I could hear in my head all the way that drive was the Death March going around in my head constantly, wondering what I've got to say and stuff and all that lot. But I couldn't be nothing but honest. So I got to mum and dad's, spilled the beans. Obviously, they gave me a absolute drilling, absolute battering. Uh, but they needed to pick me back up. They knew I was at rock bottom, and I needed to get help. So I did. I went for it. I pulled up stuff online and I ended up finding Gamblers Anonymous. I went to my local meet, which was on a Tuesday at the time in Derby, which is where I live currently as well. For anyone who's new to this, which is in the UK. Um, I was a right mess. I was horrible. I went to these meetings thinking no one's like me. It's just me or that lot really. And I heard every bit of advice, every bit of story of people going around once in a room. I was like nodding. Yeah, I did that. Oh my gosh, yeah, I did that as well. And I realised that I needed to learn from these guys, so I carried on going to the meetings. The one thing I will say about Gamblers Anonymous is the second meeting is always the hardest to go back to, because you do that first meeting and it's a lot of taking a lot off your weight off your shoulders and everything like that. Hi Mike, I lose reckon I did 60 grand in 2 years basically on like borrowed the lot as well, so it weren't really my money at all. But yeah, I was just a right complete mess, but I had to rebuild back. That first year is so tough. You have to get them barriers in place, get someone to look after your money, which I'll talk about. I talk about something in a bit, and brand new initiatives, which or something that a company's working on, a banking company that's working on, which looks great. It looks easy on the eye as well. We'll talk about that for you in a minute. No problem. I have to be honest, loser reckon. Have to be honest. Um, so I went to these meetings, kept going, kept going. I felt myself getting better. It was like my medicine each week. I remember the first Boxing Day after it stopped, about 8 months in, and it used to be a massive betting day for me, especially horse racing and stuff like that. Something I loved doing as well, and something that I carried on watching as a spectator sport for a long time as well, um, which I did. Um, but I remember I was left on my own in the house because my wife had gone down south to see her family, and had £20 in my pocket, and I was desperate to gamble. I was bouncing off walls, shaking, quivering, and everything. And you know what I did? I spent 20 quid on. I phoned up a Chinese and spent 20 quid on a Chinese. Spent the lot. Um, it was better than not gambling. It made me not gamble that day. I mean, everyone thinks you're doing like silly things. Oh, do you do that? Do things like that and everything like that. But I fought it, if you know what I mean. I had to do something to stop myself from gambling, and that 20 quid had gone, and that was good because it didn't go on gambling. Yeah, it might go on unhealthy food, but I was better for not gambling. So you got to think in my logic that was a good thing. Everyone else would probably think, what are you doing? Are you crazy? But that was normal for me. I had to stop myself from gambling. So, and now here I am, over 11 years clean. Still go to GA. Not as much as I like last few weeks, but if I can get there, I get there. Work's been busy for me. But I started doing these vlogs roughly 2 years ago this week. I just started with my story, which I'm basically doing now. And it's snowballed from there. It's amazing the amount of comments I've received, the amount of people I've networked with, I've talked with, companies I've worked with, and stuff. Hi, Michael. Yeah, if you're feeling that way, if you've got a problem, there is help out there, mate. GamCare, go to Gamble Aware website, Gordon Moody, Bet No More, Wygam. All these places are brilliant. Epic, Break Even, Beacon. Loads and loads and loads of places you can go to. Gamblers Anonymous I go through. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but all I want to see people is have a desire to stop gambling. Used GamStop, that's great stuff. I've heard that's a really good site. It's fairly new as well, so I hope that's going well for you. um, apologies. Yeah, but I'm feeling great now. I would never have thought I'd take up running the way I did. I've done 3 Great North runs. I've done countless 10k races, countless other half marathons. And while I've got you here, I'm doing another half marathon 2 weeks on Sunday. It's a local Derby one. I'll be, as ever I do it, fancy dress, and this time it'll be unicorn themed, and I'm doing money for Sense, which is like a deafblind charity which like helps kids and stuff. And yeah, I'm dressed up in unicorn fancy dress, so there'll be pictures, and I'm sure you'll be mocking me and stuff. But if you want to kindly donate, I have got a Just Giving page. If you just Google my name, I'm sure you'll be able to find it, or just onto the Just Giving website. That'd be great, thank you. I really appreciate any support you could give me. But yeah, I mean, like I say, I'm bet free since the 14th of April 2007. Also, yes, as Michelle's just pointed out, we have a comments section on Discord support site, which is like a little app we have. It's called, if you log in and go to the Sunday Soiree, there's a lot of people in there who are all gambling addicts and are all trying to help each other. And it's a fantastic little group as well. It's still fairly slow at the moment, but it will also actually grow organically like this has for me. I mean, it does great. Things like this take time, but build that support network up. The more people you listen and talk to and get advice from, so much better. It is amazing. It is amazing. If anyone out there has got any questions for me or wants to spark a bit of a debate and things, feel free. There is people in the comment section as well. I mean, Michelle's here at the moment, and she's a very good lady from the US to talk to, and she's very clever as well. And Shamil, I think, still in here as well. There's plenty of people you could talk to and debate with as well. If there's anybody from industry, feel free to ask me anything from the gambling industry. At the end of the day, I do think you can do more, but I think you probably think that as well. But I just want you to get a perspective from my point of view and things like that. I'm not trying to blast you or anything at all. Far from it. I'd rather work with people than fight against people, and that's with all walks of life, including like all the campaign lobby groups and stuff regarding like a certain issue at the moment, which is due to come out tomorrow. I'll talk to anybody, and I'm happy to talk to anybody about my story, about what I think, about recovery, about getting help, and is there any way we can get any more help to other people as well, really. So feel free, if you are from industry, feel free. Okay, Dan, what is the best advice you heard when you were at your worst situation, Andy? Who is it from and what did they say? Basically, the first thing was, I mean, it's simple really for me, Dan, was hand over any money to someone who you trust, really, for me. That was in Gamblers Anonymous. A lot of my advice I've got is from Gamblers Anonymous, to be fair. Biggest one for me was the meetings make it. So I always go to my meetings, Gamblers Anonymous. Also, another great big bit of advice is listen to learn and learn to listen. I think you can have that in all walks of life, really, not just like with addiction, things like that. You have to be honest. Yeah, people tell you you've got to be honest, and that's all you can be. If you start lying again about things and you start slowly going back into that kind of those little behaviours. I mean, they're still there to this day. My little crappy behaviours. I still procrastinate a lot. Still a bit disorganised from time to time. I probably take too much on at times as well, but that's the way I am at the minute. But I tell you now, being honest and learning to take responsibility of my actions and what I did has worked wonders for me. I am what I am. I am a compulsive gambler. I'll always be powerless towards gambling. I know some people say they're cured and they won't never go back. That's fine by me. That is absolutely fine. For me, I can never say never. I'm 99% certain I'll never gamble again, but I've got to keep that 1% in check, and that means going to meetings and talking to others. That's a difficult one, Mike. Andy, if you stop going to GA and talking about your addiction, do you think you'd have a high risk of relapse even after 11 years clean? Uh, Possibly. I don't know. I mean, I could never say never, if you know what I mean. I mean, there's people I've known who've gone out, who've been clean for like 10, 11, 12 years. And I heard a story a few years ago when I was through the GA groups that a bloke, we lost him for a few months, gone back gambling after 10 years, and unfortunately he took his own life. So this addiction can just creep on you just like that, and it's always there. It's always there in the back of you. I mean, that flame's gone a lot now. It's just barely flickering, if you know what I mean. So yeah, but I don't think I could see himself never not going to GA, so to speak. Um, I love going. I love talking to the people. I love interacting with people who understand what I'm going through as well. So, and it helps me to help others as well. It is a day at a time now, Michael. It does get easy. I mean, when was the last time you actually stopped was gambling? I might, yeah, that, as you say, GA reminds me of my problem. That, yeah, you need to be reminded in a way. You do, because you need to keep fighting it. GA Grail Pelt will say, I do agree, Aaron. Yeah, don't worry about it, Michael. Try and embrace it. Try and fight it. You're in the right place talking to people like myself and others as well. Hopefully, Michelle will put the Discord app link up for you, and that'll be another support network you can talk to as well. It's fantastic. It is fantastic. Like I say, there's that much help out there. You've got to take it. You've got to want it. Okay. Hi, David. 21 today. Happy birthday and 5 days clean. Brilliant. Keep it going, mate. Day at a time, David. Day at a time, mate. I'm glad you come joined me on your 21st birthday on my YouTube. Brilliant. Okay, Michael. Do you think you can have anyone who could look after your money? Does anybody else know about what you're doing? Or hi, or at all? Hi, always winning. Hey, man, do you know about online skin gambling, how it affects kids? I have heard about it. I was at a Gamble Aware conference in December, and it gave me a bit of an eye opener to it. I think I'm not really a gamer to such, and luckily I keep tabs on my kids as well because they play on their phones and on the tablets and things like that. But I have heard about these online skins gambling things, and yeah, it's quite worrying. And I think you'll probably find a bit more legislation in that in the coming years, in the coming year or so, I imagine. The Gamble Aware, during their conference, yeah, I say lewd boxers as well, David, they know. They have started to discuss this, and it was discussed at great length at the annual conference in December. So hopefully they'll be looking more into it. To be honest, I don't actually do stuff like that or anything like that, and I don't really know a hell of a lot about it, but I am aware of the actual problem with them. Hi Darren, wish there was a GA in town I live. You can start one up, mate, if you wanted to. The Thursday meeting I go to in Derby, a great guy started it up, and he was sat on his own for 6 months, and it starts building up. It grows organically, and now we get about between 12 to 15 people there every week on a Thursday, plus there's another meeting on a Monday in Derby. There is no reason why you can't set one up in your own town at all. Do you think you could take that responsibility, Darren? Maybe a chance. If not, you keep talking to me right here, or go through the Discord app on Sunday soiree, and there's another network for you there if in case you needed help. Where do you live, Darren, by the way, if you want me to say this? I'm not trying to I won't never. Don't feel embarrassed. You're 16 and started online skin gambling over 2 years ago, and I've probably placed 50 grand's worth of debts in my life. I'm not going to hate you always winning at all. Not going to hate you at all, mate. If you think you've got a problem, feel free to talk to me. Talk to others as well. There is help out there. I can imagine being 16 is a hell of a lot of weight and responsibility on your shoulders. Does your family know what you've done at all? Is there any online virtual GA meetings? There is the GA website where they do have like a forum and things like that and live interaction, but I don't know a lot about it, to be fair. The Discord app, the Discord app, what we're trying to do, if you know what I mean, is a great thing as well. That's me and Michelle were playing, well, me and Michelle on here on the comments was trying to have a bit of a play with it and try and set up a live interaction kind of vlog with us. So I don't know if we're going to probably try and do that and go for it, if you know what I mean. Hi Darren, you live in Blackburn? I'm sure there's a meeting there. I know, I've been up to a meeting in Bolton a couple of times, mate. I don't know how far that away is from you. Bolton meeting's good, it's on a Friday there. Hi, mate. Keep it real. Cheers, mate. From much love from Sweden. That's really appreciative. That's brilliant. Yeah, like you say, Aaron. Yeah, I talk about time, money, and opportunity. Breaking the link will stop you gambling. As you say, you've took the money access away. That stops it straight away, doesn't it? Oh, it's about 20-25 miles away. It's even if you went once a fortnight or once when you can. Darren, that Bolton meeting's good. It really is good. I've been there before. I will check out, Darren. I mean, if you're on Twitter, I'm on Twitter at BaronMad79. I'll have a look on Gamblers Anonymous website. I'm sure there's one in Blackburn. I'm sure, or somewhere close. I can't recall. But if you're on Twitter, privately message me and I'll have a look for you, and we'll see what I can do. All right, mate. Yeah, as always, winning. Yeah, we're on Discord, mate. Sunday soiree is a compulsive gambling bit on there. Okay, correct. You're 24 right now. I started online gambling when I was 16 as well. Did place bets over 60k before I turned 18. Went through it all. And what did she say to that about that? skin gambling, which is now yeah, it is a massive industry. I imagine in America, it is growing in UK, especially in Europe, especially in Scandinavia as well. Darren, I travel from Nottingham to Derby. Yeah, I see Mike at GA. He's a top guy, good person to talk to on the comments if anyone wants to talk to him as well. Okay, Richard, I just finally had when the fun stops never works for us, as I never know when to stop, but I only bet what I can afford to lose, but would be much richer if I stopped. There you go. There's a reason for you. Like I say, if you have debts due to gambling and you stop, there's only one way the debts are going to go once you stopped, and that's down. Do you feel you have a problem, Richard, at all? You feel like a new person, Aaron. Exactly, mate. You do. You do. It feels like a breath of fresh air. Right, okay then, Darren. No worries. I will have a look for you if you want, and have a look round at some of the other ones that may be close to you. If you're in Blackburn, and I'm guessing if you're a football fan and you support Blackburn Rovers, I'm sure you want to have your jabs to go to Burnley if there is one in there. A bit of a private joke there, guys. If anyone's from abroad. She didn't want to know about it. She already half knew what I did back then. Correct. And what does she feel about it actually now? Does she? Are you in control of what you're doing now? Like I say, the debt's not really the problem. It's about all the lies and what comes with it as well. Really. Does anybody else? Like you say, those fun stops. If you notice, them ads are actually getting quite bigger now. But I'd like to see adverts probably banned after 9 p.m. Be banned till after 9 p.m. and nothing on like live sport on TV apart from horse racing, because let's face it, it is linked to the industry, and I can actually get to that really. Okay, always winning. Do you think gambling videos should be banned on YouTube? There's so many highlight stop videos which only show people winning, glorify the activity. Unfortunately, that's what they're there to do, aren't they? Really. I'd probably heavily regulate it a bit more. Well, regulate it a bit more. Perhaps you're not allowed to. You've got to have like a over 18 to watch, so to speak, and things like that. But they're going to be there, and gambling's around us. It's normalised, whether we like it or not. Day National Lottery coming in the UK was a day gambling got normalised, and we live in a 24/7 society now where everyone wants everything yesterday, be it gambling, be it food shopping, be it like clothes and things like that. The world's 24/7 now, and it's just the way it is. Obviously, we could get some blockers on it, and it needs to slow down a bit. Oh, okay, Darren. Yeah, Blog 7 really an eye opener. Yeah, Rock and Roll. It did help me. I mean, he's a streamer, and he actually helped to come out with my vlog a bit more and give me a bit more exposure, which I'll always be grateful for. Yeah, feel free to message me on Twitter, Darren. That's fine, mate. Follow me, mate. Barramad79. US just passports betting regs, Michelle. Yeah, I heard about that. I don't really know a lot about that, but I'm guessing there'll be vultures lining up ready to get people gambling. Okay, which message was it correct? Sorry if I missed it, mate. I do apologise. I usually go to NA. Alright, okay. I gamble almost out and do videos about it. I control my gambling habits now, otherwise I would have stopped years ago. Okay, so you are in control. Okay. But you go to NA, so you've got kind of like the way Gamblers Anonymous might work as well then, so to speak. As in the steps and things like that. Yeah, Darren says the Gamban app. Gamban really does work if anyone struggles with online. Yeah, it's Gamban app. There's also Gamblock. There's also GamStop in the UK now. Also, I'm going to talk about a bank over in the UK as well, which has got a dedicated app and everything, and it's going to one day try and help block gambling transactions on your phone and stuff, and on your bank account and things like that. It's called Monzo.com. Monzo.com. I've only been in contact with them today, and if you have a look on their website and look about it, it is amazing what I'm reading on there, and hopefully it gets developed. So feel free to go over to Monzo.com, and if you need a bank account that can help stop you gambling, it's a shoe in there, mate. It's brilliant. It's a win-win situation for you. Pardon the pun. I don't really know about like stuff like that. Any gambling site or anything like that are always going to have an edge, aren't they? Because they're going to make a profit, and it is a company at the end of the day that wants to make a profit. I do think better treatment and education services as part of like how much they make out of people would help. Well done, Adam. Look, I had a bet for 11 days. That's fantastic, mate. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Day at a time, mate. These early days are critical. Make sure them barriers in place. Keep them there. Starling. Okay. Right, okay. I know I heard of that one, David. If you want to share a bit on here, that's fine. As you can see, Adam, all the great people talking to you, telling you how well done you have. I imagine you couldn't expect to have gone 11 days not so long ago, could you? Oh, okay, all right. I mean, let's say an anti-gambling charity created a no-house social website where it was player v player. Isn't that like that for like online poker and things like that? I mean, because that's where I was basically at. Can someone help me with like always winning what you're saying? Because I'm not 100% with like all the gambling stuff really, if you know what I mean. Because I don't gamble anymore. So, sorry, always winning. I do apologise if I don't understand your question. I do apologise. Have you ever shared about your story with drugs correct? Might be a great opportunity to do it online. Okay, David, brilliant. It won best account of 2018 banking laws. Okay. I don't. When you say you broke the triangle, what is that? I learned it through Gamblers Anonymous. Another thing: time, money, and opportunity. Call that triangle. All them three come together, then you will gamble. Simple as that. So breaking one of them links, i.e., taking money like you've done out of it, you've stopped it. That is brilliant. Opportunity is basically barring yourself from bookies, casinos, online gambling, and everything like that. It's the time for me. It's the biggest killer. You have to like try and do something else with your time because you spend that much time gambling. You have to find something else, and that's why I started getting fit and losing weight and doing running. That's what I mean by like time, money, and opportunity. I do apologise, David. I am due a new phone, and the audio is not very good. I do apologise, but I'm upgrading to iPhone 7 or 8 soon, so I can only apologise for that. I will get better, I promise you, in the next few weeks. Hi, Darren. Hope you're well. Been gamble free for nearly 2 years and just paid off on gambling debt. Brilliant, Teddy. That's amazing. Well done, mate. Hi, Mark. You've lost 100k this year. Have you actually looked for any help at all, mate? At all? Have you gone to like GA, Gamcare? I'm not sure if you're in England or America. Yeah, as you say, Darren. Sorry, you're getting that many messages. I am looking through a few and think people are interacting with each other, which is why I set up doing these vlogs. I wanted people to talk to each other, others who support each other as well. As you say, Darren, a lot of people who come and message me during my vlogs over the 2 years, which is over 450 people now. Boredom's a big killer. A lot, you know what I mean? I do really think. I don't think they will ever ban online betting, but I think they can like set up better algorithms and better ways to help problem gamblers. Really online. Oh, that's brilliant, Mark. Well done for not gambling for 3 minutes, 3 months. That is fantastic. That is fantastic achievement. There is help out there, and we're all here on here. Michelle's just asking you about you now, so hopefully she can give you some details about Discord. Well done, mate. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, I'm just reading through the comments. I do apologise. It's just amazing that people are watching my vlogs, really, and it is. I tweeted earlier how humbling it was for me. I was a bit coded, and yeah, for 2 years I've been doing these now. Not only been doing them live for the last 6 weeks or so, 8 weeks or so, and I'm glad I've took the step to going live as well because it's opened it up a bit more. I correct Baron Mad 79. Baron Mad 79. If someone could type that out for me, just in case, that'd be great. I know the story, Mark. Like you say, you have a bet, and especially if you win, your stakes go up. But when you lose, your stakes stay the same. Well, if you know what I mean. And I can totally relate to what you're thinking. You do lose the pot. Yeah, you try and get yourself out of the hole. You never get yourself out of the hole. You never ever get yourself out of the hole. Thank you, Adam. That's really nice of you to say that. I really appreciate that. And I will continue to do these as well. It is great. It's fantastic. I love doing these. Absolutely love doing these. And I love the fact that everyone talks to each other on here. And this is the meat and bones for me, meat on the bones for me. Others are trying to help each other here, and I'm just here talking and going away with it all and stuff like that. Thank you, correct. Good. Thank you for the follow. I'll follow you back, and if you ever want to DM me, feel free. Thank you, Richard. I really appreciate that. Yeah, Mark, I can relate. So relate to your thing, your story. You think, what if I just do this to get that? And that's the way it is, isn't it? You think you're just chasing something that's never there. Well done on your 3 months, mate. But I would advise trying to get some help as well. Obviously, you've come here, which is fantastic. Right, Rusty Pot. Okay, yeah, we'll give it a Google. Always winning. We'll give it a Google. Obviously, I shouldn't think. I believe in gambling over 18 only for me. I know some courts call it over 21, but 18's enough for me. Over 18 only. Mark, you'd be surprised at how many people who are in decent jobs who get themselves into trouble with gambling. You'd be very surprised. It's just fantastic, the interaction at the minute. I'm reading all the messages on here and it's fantastic. Hi Darren, what we got, if Michelle's on here as well, we have got a Discord app grid. If you on your phone or whatever, it's called Discord, and then if you set up an account and you look for Sunday Soiree, there's actually a support group in there, which is me in there, Mike's in there, Michelle's in there, Shamil's in there. There's quite a few in there as well, and that's like that's kind of thing for me, if you know what I mean. So I don't really have a Facebook page, but I do a lot through my Twitter and a lot through that Discord app, Darren. And it's starting to grow. It's about 25, 30 members in there all talking to each other, and it is a fantastic thing. I don't watch anything, Richard, at all. Don't watch any gambling channels. Well done, Mark. I'm glad you're committed. Keep it going. As Dan rightly says, it's fantastic bit of advice there. As you say, David, yeah, when you got money coming in, so payday is usually a big problem, especially at the start. Thinking, oh, what if this, what if that, and you want to use that money, don't you? And your first go-to thing is gambling. So hopefully, David, you got them barriers in place, mate. Stay away. I'm sure you can. Yeah, that's no problem, Dan. Feel free to message me on Twitter. Yeah, I've watched that. Ocean's 13 always winning. I've watched that. I've watched one or two others as well. There is a DVD, or I'm sure you'll be able to download it somewhere. There's one called Going for Broke, which is a gambling addiction video, and Bugs Mahoney as well. I do totally relate. Listen to this, guys. How many of us say things in everyday life are expensive, but won't think twice about putting 50 on a horse or in a machine? It's crazy. I can totally regret, totally relate, totally relate. I used to be happy like buying the cheapest baked beans and stuff and all that lot, but I won't think twice of putting 600, going 600 quid on pocket twos in a game of online poker. A crazy, crazy way of a compulsive gambler. Thank you, Darren. I really appreciate your kind comments there. No problem, Mark. You get yourself off to it, mate. If you ever want to talk, feel free, mate. Yeah. Okay, I've got 15 people online at the minute. I'm going to keep talking for another 5 minutes or so because I want to get myself settled down now because it is 8:30, 20 to 9 in the UK. But I will show you, it's a bloody lovely day outside. It is very lovely outside at the minute, so still a really nice summer's evening, so really good. As I say, a bit more about where I live. I live in Derby in the UK, which is in England, centre of England. Any football fans, I'm a Derby fan, so I'm not really grieving about the playoffs, but it is what it is. We're not a very good, we're just not a very good team anymore. Hi Steph, started cancelling for your gambling issues a couple of weeks ago. I'm back there on Friday, hoping it works this time. Hi Steph, nice for you to join us. I hope it works for you this time. What is it? Is it Gamcare or Gamcare, or just like you're just going through like a GP and like a CBT therapy or something like that? Take care, Rich. Thank you. Take care. Thanks, Dean. I will keep the channel going, mate. Really appreciate your kind comment there. Exactly correct. So like you say, with drug, alcohol, you do all that lot, really. So you clear off, Mike. I know you're a red dog. I'm sure you're going to take the mickey out of me when I next see you. No problem, Michael. Thank you. Yeah, I will be back live this Sunday at 9 o'clock. The following Sunday it will be an earlier one because I am going out with some friends on the Sunday evening, so I won't be around on the 27th, I think it is. That's all. Yeah, well, don't forget help. Great stuff from Swansea. Thank you very much. I've been to Swansea. I've been to the old Vetch Field. Yeah, a long time ago that was. Yeah, through Gamcare, second attempt. Brilliant. I know people who swear by Gamcare, so hopefully you get some good support there as well. If you ever fancy a Gamblers Anonymous meeting, that's good as well. Fantastic for me as well. Do you still drink like having a few pints? Yeah, I drink, but I drink responsibly. I know it sounds daft. I mean, I did all my crazy drinking when I was younger, when I was going on Club 1830 holidays abroad to Magaluf, Kavos, Ibiza and all that lot. I did all my stupid things then. Never touched drugs. But yeah, I still have a drink, but I know my limit. I know when to stop. I don't fancy the hangovers too much more. I'm 38 years old. I can't keep going all night. I went to Bulgaria last year for a stag do, and it absolutely ripped me to bits for 3 days in Sofia. Bloody hell, bring back some memories now. Funny. Yeah, I went to the FA Cup match when Derby played you. I think you was in the old 4th division at the time. I do think a bit too. My partner is in AA, so I try to stay mindful. Which film? Oh, he's winning. Owning Mahoney, and there's one called Going for Broke as well. I think it was like a straight-to-TV movie kind of thing, but it's mainly about gambling addiction, so it might be well worth a watch. I know it got passed around my GA room many years ago, so no worries. No worries, always winning. Okay. Exactly, Mike. One day at a time. Can't stress that enough. I can't stress that enough. Right then, guys. I am going to go now. Correct. I will message you privately if you like me to. I am going to go now, guys. So thanks for listening and thanks for getting in here for everyone. As I say, new bank account in the UK, Monzo midweek.com. Go there, and they are developing something where you can stop yourself from gambling. It would be a perfect bank account for anyone in the UK. So, my name's Andy. I'm a compulsive gambler. Last bet, 14th of April 2007. Take care, boys and girls. Goodbye.